Objects were shot down over the weekend, including one over Lake Huron by fighters from the 115th Fighter Wing out of Madison.
Begs the question, what's up with all these UFO sightings recently? Bill Miston shows us a possible explanation.
I don't think the American people need to worry about aliens.
The three objects shot down over the weekend were in Alaska, the Yukon, and over Lake Huron. The National Security Council spokesman says it's a different situation than the Chinese spy balloon downed in the Atlantic.
Chinese spy balloon, we knew exactly what that thing was, and we knew what it was trying to do. These other three, they didn't have propulsion, they weren't being maneuvered, it was basically they were being driven by the wind.
Kirby said it's unclear if the objects had surveillance capabilities, but out of an abundance of caution, the president ordered the unidentified aerial phenomena shot down.
First, there was a very real potential risk to civilian air traffic.
That's because they were up around 20,000 feet. The FAA briefly closed airspace over Lake Michigan Sunday to support the Department of Defense as it worked in the area. The military says the Lake Huron object was tracked across the UP. The object was shot down by an F-16 pilot from the Duluth National Guard, based out of Madison's 115th Fighter Wing at Truax Field. The government believes the object landed in Canadian waters. It's unclear what it was, but one of the explanations for why so many objects, smaller, moving slower, are making the news is because the military is now looking for them.
Modified the filters and the gains, as we call it, of the radar capabilities to look more discreetly at high altitude, small radar cross section, and low speed objects.
The White House says the president is putting together a panel of different agencies to study these recent unidentified objects. And one of the goals is to determine where they came from, if they're part of the private sector or scientific research. In Milwaukee, Bill Miston, FOX 6 News.